guys, and welcome back to another episode of Marvel Card Collecting and Investing with me, Ginger Man Cards. I hope you're super well and you're having a great Friday wherever you may be in the world. Thought I'd jump on today and do a quick episode on the 1990 Impel Marvel Universe set, and not something I've looked at recently. So I just wanted to explore where we're at in terms of grading, prices, and the market in general. And most importantly, I've managed to have a bit of time to play with the Market Movers app / website. They've now added Marvel cards to their database, which is fantastic in terms of transparency of sales, prices, and things like that. So I thought this would be a great example moving forward. I plan to, as they add more to their database, to do this type of episode to hopefully give you some guys some value if you're watching, and yeah, just have a look at what's going on in the market for certain sets or cards in particular moving forward. So where are we at in terms of grading? And I've used PSA as an example. There are other grading companies out there, but this is one that I know and one we've got solid data from the past year. We're currently at 14,376 cards graded, 34 autograph cards. In terms of PSA 10 to 9 ratio, we are at 4,863 PSA 10s. In the 9s, 5,457. So the 9s have actually surpassed the 10s. If you look 6 months back, the 10s were slightly ahead of the 9s, if I remember rightly, which is very interesting. In terms of some of the key characters, Captain America there, 110 for PSA 10, 132 for Spider-Man. Let's have a look at Cosmic Spider-Man and Wolverine. 79 for Wolverine. Cosmic Spider-Man, 22 PSA 10s and only 110 PSA 9s, which is really interesting. I didn't expect that. So yeah, that's a brief overview of the PSA Pop Report of these cards in particular. Let's head over to the Market Movers app or website, where I've put in 6 different cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 key characters, including Cosmic Spider-Man, and just seeing where the prices are at and the trends, I guess, we can see. So one thing to note, this doesn't go back a full year as yet. I don't know if they'll add that in, but it goes as far back as the 17th of November of last year. So I've put in 90 days just to give us a bit more of a solid context, I guess. So you can see the purple is the Spider-Man PSA 10. Last one sold for $1,575 on the 5th of February, which is pretty crazy. You can see some of the green there is the black suit, and that went for $500 on the 4th of February. So skewed up slightly for whatever reason, which is interesting. You can have a look at the red there, which is the Venom, $399, and that was the 21st of January for that. So let's scroll down. There are a total 48 sold across that period. Scroll down. So you can see here, which is quite handy. I like this a lot, actually. Captain America PSA 10. And again, as I said, this doesn't cover a full year as such, but you can get a brief overview of where it is at, or average sales, etc. So down 32%. Change is minus $221. So 677 was a high, and then the low 440, which is interesting. And again, the pop is not updated. It is 110 on the PSA pop, but this was last updated 3rd of the 2nd, so not too long ago. This is interesting. There was a sale at 1,575, which I think someone probably overpaid for, if I'm honest. The average is around 1,000. 815 is a low, 1,000 star average. So that's a markup of $575 and a 57% change. So again, that one sale there impacting that. You've got the black suit, which last sale was the 4th of February for $500, and start average 335 and the high 500. So yeah, 49% up on that one in particular, which is interesting, really. If we go back a full year, again, hopefully they can add that in. It'll be very interesting to see where the prices have come from and are at. I remember these cards were going over for $1,000 pretty much on most of the key characters, and sometimes even above that when the Marvel boom kind of happened with these cards. So yeah, 6% on Stan Lee, so up $40. Last sale was on the 12th of February, so not so long ago, for PSA 10. Again, these are all PSA graded 10s. So yeah, 610 for starting average, high of 749 and a low of 435. So, you know, fairly consistent, really, 600 mark. And again, in terms of how many sales there have been, so the orange here, Stan Lee. So one, you know, fairly consistent, not too often, 28th of December, and then a bit of a gap, 19th of January, 21st of January, 30th of January, and then we get into February, which is recently 3 sales. So not a huge amount of sales there. But interesting. Venom, 1%. So there or thereabouts, holding steady. Again, not many sales for the last 30 days in particular. But yeah, 399 for the average end, 395 for the average start. So yeah, 1% up. Wolverine, $23 in terms of change. That's interesting. 165.23. So yeah, 9% up. And the last sale recorded was the 12th of February. So that is there or thereabouts. The low has been 101, high has been 400, and we're sitting on a start average of 237. So interesting. Let's go up to the top. Just have a look at price changes percentage, and you can see where we're at for that. And again, this is 22nd of the 11th, so 22nd of November. You can see the trend line there. Very interesting, isn't it? Very, very interesting. Spider-Man spiked. For whatever reason, Spider-Man spiked, and then the Wolverine there spiked, dropped down to 101, all the way up to 400. But again, this is the market. This is the market. The market is the market. I always say that. But Captain America there, 456, 31st of January for that one. Very interesting. Just one thing to note, they put RC on that, so I assume that's the rookie card. Is that right? I don't know. I can't confirm. I don't know any other cards before 1990 that have Stan Lee included, so it could well be. Let me know in the comments if I am completely wrong, because I know there's 1996. 1966. You've got all the older ones, Don Russ. There's some older English ones too. But yeah, very interesting. So yeah, 48 total sold. 24,805. Lowest percentage change, highest percentage change. But yeah, as I said, in my top 10s and stuff like that, these cards are there or thereabouts. Obviously, this Captain America's tanked a little bit, but these are cards that are, to buy base cards of are no more than $5 to $10, but to get them graded and get a PSA 10 or any other 10 from any other company is very hard, purely because of printing issues. They were printed into the ground. There's lots out there, and these are old cards. I managed to get one two PSA 10s from an old binder set that I had out of 9 cards, just for some transparency. I no longer have them for further transparency, but yeah, so 2 out of 9 cards. I thought they looked in decent shape. To be fair, one of them, no idea why I sent them in. So you live and learn, right? But yeah, very, very interesting game of grading. But yeah, I hope that provides some value and some context. This is something that I want to do on a more frequent basis around other Marvel card sets as and when they add them in. There are PMGs on there, but I want to wait a little bit and get some more sales data on those. But I definitely will be looking at in the near future. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this episode. Look forward to doing more stuff over the weekend and speaking to more of you about Marvel cards, baby. Have a fantastic weekend. See you there.